Hey, I have got a couple of list reviews for you today. And this first one is from JD in Australia. He's going to a tournament in, what was it, May, I think? Let me just check. No, sorry, that's not him. So it is from JD, Jimmy, and he writes that he has sent me his lists. In January, he finished 16th out of 60. Wow, that's pretty good. He's not a huge tournament player, but he's started to get the bug. He has a competition first weekend of May and would appreciate some insight. So he sent us two lists. Now, he also sent me the pack for this competition. And it seems reasonable. It's the actual it's called Operation Potsdam, organized by Andrew Carup. And there's a little bit of comp here going on. So MMGs and LMGs have got a little bit of a boost. MMGs can deliver extra pins. LMGs get a little bit of a reduction in price. You can only bring one flamethrower. And that's basically it. Then he introduces a infantry support vehicle slot. So you can buy an extra, like a Portee or WTC, not WTC, or VTC. No. LVT. Wow, sorry, brainstorm mush. LVT or Laffy or something like, which is soft skin half tracks with some kind of infantry support weapons. That's the idea behind that. All of it seems reasonable. They're playing 5 games over 2 days. Yeah. Let's go and see what he's planning on doing for that, shall we? So, this is the first one. 1250, 16 order dice. Fairly okay order dice count, 1250, yeah. Canadian Airborne, 1940 to 45. So, veteran, second lieutenant, that is not worth it. Not even with Canadian officers, no. Canadian you can get a lot of theme points for this, but not worth it. Canadian parachute section, stubborn, Devil's Brigade survivors. What does that do? Gives them tough fighter. Okay. So 8-man tough fighter stubborn units. Okay, a good push unit, but not massively dangerous. They have just 8 rifles. Canadian forward artillery observer. Yep. Tank hunter section. 3 Piat. Why would you? 171 points. No. Piats are 12-inch. They don't become better because you buy more of them. I mean, no. And then they've got anti-tank grenades. Okay. 7-man with anti-tank grenades. Not massively helpful. 7-man, 171 points. That is insane. That's so expensive. No. Not worth it. Airborne Royal Engineers. Yes, these are worth it. Veterans with a flamethrower. Nice. That is good. More Canadian parachute sections. Again, tough fighter. 5-man submachine gun teams. Why? They're going to sit in Bren carriers, aren't they? Along with the Royal Engineers. So you have 3 Bren carriers full of that. Is that worth it? I don't think so. HDSS. That's fine. If you get matched up with the SS. Mortar team, light mortar team, veteran both. No. Not worth it. Not worth it. I don't think, if this is the theatre selector, it's not really worth it. Light howitzer with a spotter. Again, that does become very, very survivable via the gun shield. might be worth it a little bit. It's the 25-pounder, so it's got an AT shell. Maybe. The British Airborne Recce Jeep, always fucking worth it. That is good. Tetrarch, also interesting. It's got a turret-mounted light howitzer on 105 points. That is pretty good, isn't it? 7+. So it's pretty vulnerable to AT guns, but it's close-topped. Yeah, I can see this working. And then, no. 1 Bren carrier and 1 truck. Why? You have one of your units of SMG troops in the Bren carrier, and then the truck is loaded up with engineers and one other SMG unit. I'm struggling with this. I'm really struggling. I don't think there's so many points here where you are wasting points. And I mean, you have points. 1250, you do have the points, but there's so many points where you're throwing away points. I'm not a huge fan of this list, as you can possibly tell. Let's go and check out the other one. That's a British reinforced platoon. 14 order dice at 1289. I don't get that. Maybe it's because he's taking like some free stuff that gets calculated into that. Maybe. Yeah, he does. He gets a reduction for that light machine gun. I know that because it's full strength unit here. I don't necessarily think it's worth it. He can split fire the light machine gun. But look at the price tag. 229. 229 points. Yeah. It's got Piats and light machine guns. And that doesn't work for me. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. The Piat, okay, that's close range anti-tank. The light machine gun, that's long range. Why would you pay 229 points for a unit that has long range capability? So you sit in your own back line shooting at range. Why? It makes no sense to me. Parachutes, assault battalion, yeah, okay. Massively overpriced for what they do, but okay. Free artillery observer, yeah. Yeah, Canadian infantry. Full strength with the light machine gun almost for free. Yeah. These I understand. Entire squad stubborn, yes. Tough as all boots, Canadian version. Yeah. Yep. These two are good. I think perhaps you need to cut that out and make them exactly like the other two here. Vengeance being your national special rule. Yep. Canadian hates the SS. Can you both take Vengeance and the Canadian? I don't think you can. If your TO allows this, something is off. Shouldn't be allowed. Medium machine gun team. Take one of these, but I think I would actually run him Inix, maybe. Just because it makes them cheaper. And with 5 dice, you're pretty likely to hit something anyway. Medium mortar team. You could even, because with the rules, you give out a pin if you hit, and you get out a pin if you wound. So you can give 2 pins. So maybe actually take him as a regular. Yeah. Medium mortar, that's good. Piat team, okay. Light howitzer, yeah. That's the way to run it. Yep. Regular. British Airborne Recce Jeep, Bren carrier, Sherman 105mm. Yeah. Love this. And then he takes the Wasp because you can, because it's an infantry choice selector. If you're going with one of these two, I would go with the second one here. This is better than the first one. Much, much better. Still not great in all choices. I mean, this is insane, but it's much, much better. One thing I will question is, you have 5 infantry selections in a regular platoon, like a reinforced platoon. At 1250, why are you only taking 4? That, to me, makes no sense. I would split this up into 2 groups of regular infantry, skirmish your way through all the problems. I think that would be better somehow. Right. We are going to go and see the second person who wrote to me, and that was Kyle, who is submitting a list that he's going to go. Let's see here. I want to submit my 16-player tournament winning list. So he won a 16-player tournament using Case Blue Italians. Yay! His goal was to create an Italian list that could win tournaments, as they had been shafted rules-wise in the past and now got some good options. Yes, a lot of other people thought the same. So let's go and see what Kyle is doing, shall we? Here we go. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Sorry. So, Italy, Fire and Faith. 1,100 points. Okay. That's a good point value. You can get a lot of different stuff at 1,100 points. Second Lieutenant, 35. He is inexperienced. 7 Savoia Cavalleria, 112. I think this is perhaps the right size to run Cavalleria Savoia. These are the I can charge twice Cavalleria, and they're really, really good, and they're especially good for running up a flank. Kyle, you can write to me and let me know if that was what you did with them most of the time. For me, I would run them up along one flank and then see if I could get down into the enemy's back line where they can do the most damage. Black shirts, veteran black shirts. These are really interesting. And I think they need the Case Blue where they become fanatic. 9 veteran black shirts. That's a dangerous battalion, isn't it? Fanatic, tough fighter, veterans. The dream combo. So here we have 3 very, very strong choices for assault troops, push troops, assaults. Let's see. Then double guastatories. They've got the double flamethrower. Large groups. Yeah, I think so too. I think these are good. These double flamethrower units will kill most things. So you have the 3 assaulters, and then you have double flamethrowers on these 2. They will kill almost anything you point them at. Medium mortar team, 35. That's an inexperienced medium mortar. Flamethrower team for 50 points. An anti-tank rifle. That's good because that can re-roll penetration rolls because it's 2+. An auto blinder that has, I guess it has the light autocannon as well. Again, very, very strong choice for the Italians because, again, they can re-roll. An M15/42, that is a Darker Steward tank-ish. And double trucks, that is regular trucks, and a Fiat for the flamethrower. So each of the guastatories will get a truck. Yeah. How many order dice is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 for me is a little low. But, Kyle, I'm guessing from your name that you are from America. So, in America, this might not have been a terrible problem. And especially you won a tournament with this. So, who am I to talk, right? For me, at 1,100 points, I would ideally be 15 to 16. But, I don't know where I would cut this. Maybe. No. All of it is good. I think you could cut down a little on the trucks, though. Maybe buy them inexperienced, but I mean, I wouldn't want to change this list up much. This is a really good list, and again, an example of the fact that Italians are back in the main competitive scene. The Italians are suddenly doing stuff. We are going to see how much they can do. At the WTC, we saw Italians do fairly well. although they didn't win the tournament as such, they did fairly well. And we did have some Italians in the top 10. I think we had 2 Italian lists in the top 10. At the Danish Nationals coming up here soon, we're also going to see Italian lists. So I think that the Italians are back in the competitive scene, and I think Case Blue is where it's all at. That was made the difference. That was what made the difference for the Italians. Getting that extra bonus is really, really interesting for the light autocannons and for the infantry and for the cavalry, the double charge cavalry. All of that made Italians into an army to be reckoned with. Also something that takes a little bit of getting used to and training. But there you go. Right, that was it for me today. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.